crazy stuff. Pokemon just watches video and hardly gives input, and very few female streamers are actually creating crazy content. See, the thing about Kai and Speed, I don't know much about them. I've watched them here and there, but I don't really know the meat of their content or whatever. But I just know they put on like crazy events and shit like that. And I think there's like Cutie Cinderella who does that as well, who's you know, Ludwig's girlfriend or a streamer herself. And when she puts on these events, she gets tons of crazy numbers as well. So it's not like people are specifically not choosing to watch female streamers here. They're just naturally gravitating to people who are doing the craziest stuff. Nobody's on their level because nobody's putting in the work to be on that level, and nobody's bringing that level of creativity. It has nothing to do with gender. Now, I did see some of Speed's streams where he's just like literally visiting like every country in the world or something, right? And that's a lot of travel. That's a lot of you know, getting people engaged from all different countries. And well, I'm not gonna lie, some of the content is just him like I don't know, just being chased around by fans and just kind of walking around. I personally don't really get it or whatever, but I can understand why it might be entertaining. But yeah, like, you know, if you end up doing stuff like that, yeah, people are gonna watch you. So it kind of just comes off salty on Pokemon's end. Tectone responded, he's another streamer. That's because no streamer is on Kai and Speed's levels. No one's grinding like them. No one's investing like them, male or female. Success isn't given. You have to earn it. Stop making this a gender thing. It's weird as frick. I don't watch any three of these streamers, but I do respect the hustle. Maybe the clips didn't go viral enough, but I don't see the type of grind out of Pokemon. I mean, she does sit down and watch other people's content. That is very taxing. Oh, wait, she does also eat a salad, guys. She does eat a salad. Optimus responded, Kaisenan has a celeb on stream every other day, it seems. He and Speed constantly do marathon streams and grind games. Meanwhile, 80% of female streamers we saw over the last 5 years were abusing hot tub metas or promoting OnlyFans accounts. I wonder why they're winning. Okay, I will say, I feel bad for female streamers who are just trying to make it like any other guy through like gaming or stuff like that, when there's other female streamers out here, you know, trying to get to the top using these weird, you know, degenerate type of things like promoting their OnlyFans accounts and, you know, doing like these, oh, I conveniently got banned, oh, I'm getting railed on stream and got a 3-day ban, I have my whole butt visible on stream and I got like a 1-day ban, like, and then these degenerate guys who are watching these streams go to other regular normal female streamers and they want them to do that shit when they're not like that, you know, they just want to game or whatever. Here's somebody saying, sorry Pokey, plenty of people watch women, they just don't watch you. Real men watch VTubers. And here we got a pic of the most popular female streamers, and there are a bunch of VTubers here. We got Miko, Fauna, Corone. I've never watched any of these people, but I'm aware that they're like sort of out there, right? It still surprises me to see how dehumanized VTubers get. There's a very real person behind the model, and they spend very real time and energy entertaining their audience. Yeah, so the thing about VTubers, the reason it has a bad reputation is that earlier on the internet, if you saw something like this, you'd immediately assume it's some sort of weird sexual content or just some degen weirdo behind the scenes, like this random like PDF file behind the scenes or whatever. But obviously that's not how it is now. All right, there's a bunch of people who are just using it as a sort of face cam proxy, and they're just doing regular content or whatever. And I don't think it makes you any less of a streamer, honestly. You know, I don't know, do you guys watch any VTubers? Let me know. Now there's also this clip, all huge female streamers are VTubers.
There are the times we don't like real women anymore. What you mean, these virtual women go online and make money, and I have to spend 3 hours putting makeup on. Yep. Get over it, Hope. Your days are over. Your womb is drying up. My womb is eternal.
Alright, that clip was absolutely cursed. I have no idea what I just watched. Pokemon having to constantly shit on top male streamers to stay relevant while female VTubers outperform her with no sweat. Pokemon when she finds out hundreds of women surpassed her years ago. Listen, this is like the central problem with Pokemon. She basically turns every situation into some big issue like sexism, racism, whatever, which is fine when it's actually the case and there needs to be attention to it, but like, who is stopping female streamers from succeeding? Who is stopping you from doing the same shit that Kai and Speed do and getting a bunch of viewers, right? There's no law on the internet that's stopping this, all right? So it just kind of seems like you're salty you ain't at the top, right? And let's be honest, nobody's complaining how OnlyFans is female dominated, all right? We all just sort of understand the reason why, all right? Also, I think it's kind of insulting to girl streamers as well. Like, nobody's asking you to speak up for them. Nobody wants to be gifted the top position. They want to earn it through their own hard work. Like, sure, Twitch and YouTube could change their algorithm and just, you know, start promoting women streamers, but it wouldn't even work because people would watch them one time and then they wouldn't come back, because you can't really force feed content down to people's throats, right? Yeah, they need to actually enjoy it and come back consistently over years and years. Now, Asmongold actually reacted to this. Here's what he was saying about it.
The funny thing is that she's actually right. And the reason why she's right is because women don't watch streams. So the problem is that because a lot of guys are watching streams, you have a lot of people that are watching streams for a male. What do men see value in with other men? Being funny, intelligence, relatability, you know, being able to be like, yeah, this guy would be my friend. Sure, humor, confidence, it's fun, right? And so it's like, you know, this person, if you're a guy who there is a reason why almost every single female streamer, if you look at her clips, and now they delete them, so it's not the case, but back in the day, every female streamer, her most popular clips would always be her getting up or sitting down. Because most of the people that are watching these girl streamers are guys that are lonely that want these girls to give them attention. That's the reason. And it's because it's a male-dominated space.
Yeah, that might be the saddest thing I've ever heard. Like, if you're actually out here watching female streamers, thinking you have a chance to sleep with them or something, I mean, we've gone through this, all right? Please get a life. Like, do anything else. Work on yourself. Get a hobby. Get a job. Find a real girl. It's just not a good way to spend your time. These streamers do not know you. They will not date you no matter how many $5 donations that you give them. And listen, there's no reason why a girl streamer cannot be equally funny and entertaining as a guy streamer. In fact, there's probably somebody in that VTubing bunch that is equally as talented. It's just she hasn't really heard of them or anything.
So if you want to have big female streamers and you want to have content creators that are female, that are the size of Kai or Speed, what you need to do is you need to introduce more women into the live streaming environment. Because currently the content for that and like the narrow expectation that men want, men are looking for girls that are pretty. You can look at the top 100 male streamers and you're going to see a few Quasimodos. You can look at the top 100 female streamers and you're not going to see a single one that's below a 6. Every single one of them is going to be attractive. That's just the truth.
I feel like it was the truth before, and probably still is the truth on Twitch, right? I mean, if Twitch, the homepage, is filled with a bunch of booties, right? Obviously, it's gonna be flooded with a bunch of guys trying to watch that shit, right? But if you come on something like YouTube, it's pretty split, you know? It's like there's gonna be tons of girls on here, tons of guys on here, and they're not just looking for like a good-looking girl or whatever. They just want entertainment, right? Nobody really cares where you get it from. And can we stop pretending Twitch is a real place? If Twitch represents the real world, I think I'm just gonna jump off the cliff, all right? I refuse to believe this world is filled with a bunch of degenerate gooning guys with like literally, I don't know, the CEO of Twitch is also like a Omega exposed gooner as well. And then these degenerate OF girls exploiting these desperate guys as well. Then he talks about some of the VTubers.
Now, the reason why VTubing I think is becoming a lot more popular is that number one is that it removes a lot of the physical element and it makes it to where this might sound kind of weird, but it's a weird thing where anime girls appeal to girls and guys, but actual girls usually just appeal to girls or guys, if that makes sense. Because if there's like a girl that's like very sexual or she's super attractive, you're gonna have like a lot of like hater girl energy against her. And you see this, right? It's like mean girl behavior, etc. But the cute anime girls can capture both sides of the audience without anyone feeling insecure. So you can have guys that can imagine themselves as being in a relationship with this anime girl. I know, like who would ever do that? And then on top of that, you could also have girls that are like, oh, this character's really cute and I like it. I think the best example is like Hatsune Miku, or like another example where like a lot of girls like to copy it.
Okay, I don't know the psychology behind it. I don't know if this is actually the reason why it's so popular. My thinking was just that, hey, if someone is entertaining, they are entertaining. Doesn't matter if they show their face or whatever, or use an avatar. Of course, there will be certain types of people watching VTubers the same way people watch female streamers hoping to date them or whatever. But there's also probably people just regularly viewing it as any other content. And correct me if I'm wrong, but in VTubing, there's a ton of popular male VTubers as well. I think in like Japan or something. So everyone is kind of doing it. It's not really a gender thing at all. Of course, majority of them seem to be these sort of like anime girl type of figures. But yeah, Aswingle might have a point because a bunch of people are basically talking to these AI sort of chatbots, right? And that's where it gets super dystopian.
Let's take a look and let's see what the popular ones are. So VTuber, okay, and we're just gonna search this right here. Suisse, 7.5 million chats. Nanners, 5 million chats. Look at all these 2 million chats. People love these VTubers, man. They're all about it. 422 million chats with Raiden Shogun. 126 million chats with Wu Tao.
Yeah, I was never really able to wrap my head around this, right? People talking to AI characters or chatbots or voices or whatever. It's just super, super weird, in my opinion, right? And it shows like society is kind of headed in the wrong direction, right? And, you know, if people use it as entertainment, that is completely fine. You know, if you're just messing around, you know it's AI and you know it's like, you're not genuinely trying to form a relationship with these AI characters, and like you're still interacting with real human beings over these, that's completely fine. But like, I don't know, some people get way too into these, might be spending all day on them, they might genuinely think of these AI characters as their girlfriends or whatever, so that is obviously not good for your mental health, and you will probably be severely depressed at some point in your life, and definitely need a therapist or something like that, so beware. All right, I'd say just stay away from any of these AI chatbots, all right? Even if you're curious, just don't bother, all right? Don't bother. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the second drama, where Pokemon goes from sexism to racism. Now, let's see which card actually works, guys. So, basically, Kendrick Lamar played a song at the Super Bowl, and some people did not like it. And Pokemon says the only reason they didn't like it is because they're white people, which is weird.
With probably zero musical capabilities, think that Kendrick Lamar didn't deserve the halftime show. What?